Hi there, it's Ken and Jen here in Paradise, otherwise known as the Bahamas. And we're inviting you into our home to introduce you to our orchid family we just adopted. Here we have our first orchid that we would like for you to meet today, which is our white Phalaenopsis. And she gives off the most beautiful blossoms when she got here. She had literally 9 blossoms, and because it's so humid here, we moved her into the air condition, and she had a bud blast. Her other blossoms seemed to live for a long time after, and she was absolutely amazing. Her blossom season was complete, and her spike was cut and was treated with cinnamon to promote new growth. Our second orchid that we would like for you to see today is our white and pink moth Phalaenopsis, and she was also a very beautiful orchid with a very long spike. Now, I purchased both of these orchids from my wife at a plant store locally, and about a month ago, and we had some issues because the bark media that they were planted in. Now, after the blossoms fell off, I decided to convert both of these orchids into water culture because they both lost their bottom leaves. And recognizing that this was a problem, I wanted to repot them. And as you can see, their root systems were almost completely destroyed due to the bark medium that they were planted in. And shortly thereafter, we clipped them and treated them with hydrogen peroxide. We placed them in glass vases in rainwater. For a while though, I thought that, they were not actually progressing because their leaves start to wilt due to exposure to direct sunlight. But they have been really forgiving orchids, and as you can see, they have new growth. They have new leaves that they've sprouted, and both of them have been very forgiving. So hopefully we get to shoot a little more in the future to show their progress. Now, we have our third orchid that we would like for you to meet today, which is our Blatilla. This is our Blatilla Yokohama. Now, believe it or not, this orchid was not purchased, but found on a hike. My boss is probably gonna kill me, but I'm a part of the SWAT team here in the Bahamas, and while working, I found her in the wild in full bloom. And she stood about 2 feet tall, and her leaves were very thin. This orchid, is known as a hardy orchid, and she gives off pinkish blossoms with a pink and yellow lip. Now, this plant is indigenous to China, but it grows wild here in the Bahamas. What do you think? Now, I like to continue on this particular orchid here. As you can see, it has a bulb that it grows from. This spike, the old spike, was clipped after the blossom or budding season was complete. And the budding season or the blossoms last for about a month to 6 weeks. And I converted her to water culture just like the other 2 orchids. And she seems to be loving it because as you can see, she has a spike. And believe it or not, she gave off a spike about 2 weeks after the old spike was clipped. So I haven't seen anybody else that was converting their hardy orchids into water culture. So I will continue to film and give an update as she progresses. And happy growing, everybody.